So let's see. Yep. I went home last night. I didn't rest. I did several improv shows. I did several, and then I was like, I'm really tired. I should go home, and then didn't. And I went to another theater, did more shows.
That does not surprise me about you.
No,
You
right.
go hard every weekend.
I absolutely do.
You're like, a tournament? I'm just going to go ahead and announce
Right.
all the games, do all the improv, and not sleep.
Well,
so
I
there you go.
I won a pun tournament last Sunday. I won the Phoenix O Pun
Why
Cup.
does that not surprise me?
And it's been a while. It's been 9 years since I won one. I mean, I'm a pretty good hand, but I posted a picture and said, old habits die hard. All right, we got all the roster updates that we believe we have correct now. So, again, tournaments! I think we got all the numbers changed around. We commented that Skeletori is wearing a red jersey, number 6, that says Tornado Alley on the back. So
Yes, and Skeletori, shame on you for not wearing the bow, because that's usually how I identify you. So now I got to look for pigtails.
All right, our first two jammers are All of You Die for Tilted Thunder and Heartcore for Midway Magic, and we are underway. Midway Magic wearing their black outfits in this bout.
Tilted Thunder is in red.
In red. They probably wear purple later on today. I like those purple outfits of theirs. They are sharp.
Both jammers are trying to get out of the pack here, and it looks like Hardcore is out first. Hardcore is our lead jammer, with All of You Die right behind, so we got a jammer race happening already.
Olive right in behind indeed. Here comes Hardcore. Is going to race up and spins to the infield. Can't call it off before she comes off the track. All of You Die is now the lead jammer, knocked off to the infield herself, and Hardcore takes back over as lead jammer.
Yeah, that was an interesting move
So,
there, because I would
right.
have expected Hardcore to actually call that off once they got back on the track, but no, they're looking for points this morning.
Yeah, we had in both cases, the lead jammers were off the track and got past.
Yeah.
So, lots of great action here in the first jam, and it's not even over yet. There we are. So, we will have points for both sides in the first
Nice,
jam. How often
love
does that happen?
that.
Usually,
Woohoo!
you pretty much, more or less, all right, so the first points of the game go to, let's get off the horn for 1 second. Yeah, there we go. Had to wait for the mother-child duo of Crash and Mamacidal to discuss, that's good. It's good communication when your jam ref and your eye in the sky are, related.
Exactly,
Familial.
that bond, that kind of sixth sense happening.
We've got all sorts of action. We had a penalty assessed to All of You Die. This is going to be a very early, as I say, it's the earliest a power jam can possibly happen. The second jam of the game, and that's going to be number 1031 for Midway
Stiletto
Magic.
Strangler.
Stiletto Strangler is going to collide with a number 6 Skeletori. It's going to take a few repetitions at a distance, indeed, to not say Tornado Alley, who's announcing with me in the next bout. It just gets weirder. Meanwhile, here comes your jammer. Again, there's Stiletto Strangler up to the pack. Midway Magic. By the way, the 5 points for Midway Magic and 2 for Tilted Thunder there in the early going. There's so much going on here. My goodness.
And we've got Strangler coming around for another scoring pass here. Let's see what they can do with about, 18 seconds left on the jam clock here. Still plenty of time. Power jam this early is super important, kind of maybe get you out in front real quick.
Yep, gets right through the pack. Looking around. Just about to run out of the power jam timer. Yeah, we're going to trust the roster because I see 1031 and I wanted to say Halloween, and I see Halloween on the back of that roster, but we're being assured that that is Stiletto Strangler. So
Until we hear otherwise.
Until we hear otherwise. Until somebody comes over here and, as usual, somebody comes over and says, that's not right.
That's not the right number. That's not the right person.
Don't you know? No, I'm just kidding. Nobody ever sounds like that, ever. Wait, 1031 is Halloween.
Oh, 1031 is Halloween. Oh,
yeah.
Whoops, 1109 is Stiletto Strangler. We're not doing good this morning.
Well,
okay.
The
numbers
early.
change, the names change,
You got to look down.
jerseys are
Sorry,
changing.
1031. That was Halloween on the Power Jam. So Halloween with a 10-point Power Jam for Midway Magic, and right out of the pack goes 1337. That is Soccer Blue. Can confirm that is Soccer Blue.
And we've got Elaphobia right behind there.
And Soccer Blue up to the pack, calls it off. Elaphobia was coming on the pursuit, may have gotten some points there at the end.
Oh, good. I get to practice the name. Oh, well, not yet. We've got an official timeout. Thank you, Freya.
All right, official timeout. Yeah, we've got points on both sides there. They may be talking over that call-off at the end of the jam. As it stands right now, Tilted Thunder picked up 4 and Midway Magic with 3, so it's 18-6 in the very early going. Lots of scoring for both sides.
Yeah, this is great. A power jam, lots of scoring. Couldn't ask for a better start.
All right, so let's get to use some of our tournament sponsors while the officials are talking this one over. Egyptian Motor Hotel is right up at the top. The original Egyptian Hotel was developed in the 1950s and resurrected in 2023 into a mashup of retro and modern vibes and design. It was designed to bring together guests and locals in a social environment to share new experiences. The Egyptian features the award-winning Chilte restaurant by noted chef L.T. Smith, named one of the best new chefs by Food & Wine magazine, and Side Hustle, a casual open-air bar and food truck that invites guests to chill in an outdoor, casually cool environment. The Oasis and Splash Pool invites guests to dip a toe in, relax, and enjoy a cocktail. The Egyptian Motor Hotel. All right, back to it we go. Official timeout has concluded.
All right, and for Tilted Thunder, oh, here we go. Hanny Roll Lecturer.
That's right.
Did I get that right? There we go.
Number
okay.
712, not number 182, number 712. And then down here for Midway Magic is a number ending in 9, and that's 99. That is
Gwen Lacey.
Gwen Lacey.
And Gwen Lacey is actually our
Gwen
lead
Lacey
jammer
is
now.
out. See, Gwen Lacey was wearing 22 yesterday.
Oh, okay, so that's really confusing.
Yeah,
then.
no, all right, yeah. So now getting out of the pack, racing along the outside and clearing that last blocker, getting by Thrasher was Hannah Roll Lecturer. We have Gwen Lacey now running to the end of the pack and managing to get there. Calls it off. So 4 more points for Midway Magic here in the early going. That is going to be the same 2 jammers we started with. That is All of You Die for Tilted Thunder and Hardcore for Midway Magic.
And off the 2 jammers go. They both go to the high there, busting through the pack. Looks like, oh, let's see, a little bit of bumping off there. Not quite, but Hardcore is out as the lead jammer for Midway Magic. Looks like All of You Die is stuck a little bit there, kind of working their way against a couple of Magic players there. Hardcore coming around looking for some points. Manages to squeak by Tilted Thunder there.
Olive trying to get in front of a couple of skaters there at the end of the straightaway, and you trying to get along the rail, but great blocking there. Great blocking along the rail by 21 for Midway Magic. That was cranked at. And able to
it
hold
looks like Tilted Thunder's made a nice little wall there, kind of holding Hardcore back, so good job for Tilted Thunder. But Hardcore calls it off before Olive has a chance to get up there.
Olive skates in, leans over the rail, high-fives a fan, and heads back to the bench.
All right, we got we got our Tornado Tori on the line.
Yes, I like it. Tornado Alley.
Tornado
You're right,
Alley.
though. With the pigtails in front, honestly, it
right,
really
exactly.
looks a lot like Tornado Alley. That is very funny. And then we've got a timeout before we move on. I was going to say it would be an official timeout. We've got Holly Ween was going to be jamming for Midway Magic, but we will see what we have going on. We've got penalties. 32 had a penalty. There. All right, so we are looking at 225, Night Mary. Yeah, I'm doing my level best, and 21 got an arms for Midway Magic.
21 is cranked at, so
I really
there we
try to
go.
read the whiteboard. God, it gives me a headache.
I'll try to be your eyes today.
Woof. Meanwhile, same jammers, unchanged. Holly Ween for Midway Magic and Skeletori for Tilted Thunder.
Holly Ween making a real quick break there for Midway Magic. Tornado Alley.
Right.
stuck in the pack there as Holly's coming around for some points here. Tori's doing some major battle with Midway there at the back of the pack, but Holly Ween manages to squeak through. Looking for maybe another scoring pass here.
Tori trying to fight up and down the pack. We've got the star stashed at this point. And Holly Ween to the outside is going to weave in and out. That's Amelia
a really great
Bearhart.
defense there by number
Yeah,
25.
Amelia
Yeah.
Bearhart, great defense on the front of the pack there.
Let's see, that's 25. That would be Amelia Bearhart. So good job there on the defense.
Yeah, wait till she jams. Meanwhile, here goes Holly Ween around again for another scoring pass with 3 seconds. 2 seconds to finish it off, and the clock expires as she's
that was a
calling off the
solid jam there for Holly Ween.
So it's a 15-point jam for Midway Magic. Checking in, making sure. 225, that's Night Mary.
And we've got 1337, which is Soccer Blue for Midway Magic. Both jammers kind of stuck there in the pack, looking to make a break there. Looks like Soccer Blue is able to get out for Midway Magic. Night Mary is also making a play here, gets out as well. So we have a little bit of a jammer race happening here.
Night Mary's going to force it to keep it to one scoring attempt for Soccer Blue,
Right.
who's threading through the pack and calls it off. Probably
Night Mary gave enough of a chase there.
Yeah, absolutely, to force the call off. Night Mary's wearing 225. We were talking yesterday. She's worn 25 like her whole life. Apparently, she said her mom's birthday and her birthday are the 12th and 13th, and the two of those together is 25. That's why she wears 25. So she was saying yesterday that Amelia Bearhart, who just stomped on the track, that's her thing, is wearing 25. So Mary is wearing 225 because there's 225s out there. Isn't that great? I said she could have worn 252 and been 25.
Yeah, that is
also.
good. That is
Anyhow,
good. I'm always very interested in
Little
how they
things.
pick their names, pick their numbers.
Yeah, I never knew that about her number. I was like, that's super
that's
cute.
really
her
cute.
mom's birthday and her birthday. Anyway, we are back to this jam. That is number 99. That is Gwen Lacey, who is out and clear for Midway Magic. This is, once again, Amelia Bearhart, as we heard.
Yes.
Amelia Bearhart is jamming for Tilted Thunder. And
Bearhart
threads
is
through the
out.
pack.
Looks like Gwen Lacey is coming around again. Holding off, kind of giving a what's up kind of gesture there.
There we are. And I did actually, when I was at Battle on the Bank, I did have a chance to ask Amelia Bearhart about that. I said, that's such a distinctive thing, how you stomp before you jam. And I said, some people do it some people will do it, in honor of you, kind of a wink and a nod. And I said, where did that come from? And she said, it really is just kind of like, how a basketball player might have a little routine before they do a free throw, or a pitcher.
The extra dribble.
Yeah, exactly. Very much, she said, it just kind of is a way to, establish her presence on the track and make her feel present and get ready to go. And I totally love that.
Well, and I think, too, part of it comes from a little bit of superstition after a while, too. It's like if you don't do it, you don't feel right.
Right, exactly. So,
all right, looks like we got Olive You Die. Is that right? Yeah, Olive You Die.
We have Olive
out
taking
there
over
for
as
Tilted
jammer.
Thunder.
That star's been passed forward, and we've got Tilted Thunder out, and they are lead jam in this jam. Olive is going to thread right through the pack and finish off a scoring pass.
Yeah, Hardcore's having a little bit of trouble back there for Midway Magic against those Tilted Thunder players. They had a nice wall set up, but now it's starting to disperse as Olive's coming around.
Yep,
Ooh.
here comes
Olive
Olive
takes a
running
big
up
bump
into,
there.
let's see, that's Dewey blocks up there. Now Olive is going to thread through the pack and keep on going. By far the best jam so far for Tilted Thunder, and as you mentioned, Hardcore back there in the back of the pack. trying to get the star handed forward if they can to Sid Vicious, and successful. So Sid Vicious now out of the pack, and Olive calls it off. So a very productive jam there for Tilted Thunder. Excellent star pass, excellent execution of the star pass. And
Yeah,
we're
those are
gonna
a lot of fun to watch when they actually work.
Yeah. We have an official timeout, and can confirm that La Katrina is wearing 180 today. So we're in with that. Official timeout, however. So right now, 52-20 after that 14-point jam for Tilted Thunder. 4 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the first quarter. Don't forget our charity that we are collecting for this during this tournament. I almost wanted to say this month, but this is not a home team bout, silly. The charity that we're collecting for during Chingadera is MASH, that is the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office's Animal Safe Haven. We are, of course, collecting donations down here at the warehouse for the rest of the day today. So if you are listening to us on Twitch while you're enjoying your part of this nutritious breakfast, with the little piece of buttered toast and a little bunch of grapes and like a bowl of grape nuts and then a little speaker playing this. It's because you have a speaker playing Twitch. Just like I feel like you're listening to a transition. I probably should sleep. Meanwhile, the charity that we're donating for is the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office's Animal Safe Haven. No, seriously. We are collecting for them. Really what they're looking for is any kind of animal donations. Really, they're not choosy. If you think that an animal shelter can use it, bring it by. You can drop that off anytime here. We're going to be down here doing Derby until 5 p.m., so you can swing by if you're listening to us here in the city. Of course, if you're here in the arena and didn't happen to bring a 24-pack of cat food with you, you can donate anytime. Look them up. That is many animal charities here in town. Would love to collect your unneeded animal food. We are back to it. That is Halloween, and that is La Katrina for Tilted Thunder. Halloween quickly out for Midway Magic.
La Katrina's kind of stuck in the pack there for Tilted Thunder as Halloween's coming around for some scoring. Getting a little opposition there at the high by Tilted Thunder. Looks like getting through, though, as I say that.
Yeah, there was quite a block, and I think that was the pivot. I think that was Thrasher that I saw just absolutely wiped out Skeletori there in the back straightaway.
Halloween coming around here. Ooh, knocking down
poor
Tori, yeah.
Tori just got absolutely flattened twice in one jam. That's hardly fair. Halloween coming around now with 11 seconds left on the jam clock. La Katrina to the infield one more time and is going to get up, reestablish, and then escape.
Yeah, Tilted Thunder did their best to try to hold back Halloween, but Halloween was taking no prisoners in this jam, so.
Absolutely. We'll check on that. So an emphatic response from Midway Magic to that productive jam for Tilted Thunder. However, Halloween did appear to pick up a jammer penalty. So we have our first power jam for Tilted Thunder. Halloween picking up an arms penalty.
Yeah, let's hear it, Tilted Thunder fans. Who's here for
That's
Tilted
right.
Thunder this
We got
morning?
some Tilted Thunder supporters.
Woo, there we go.
I know they're hitting us in the chat. I know there's Tilted Thunder supporters in the chat. That I know for a fact. So,
yeah,
without
we're
even having Twitch
far
open.
from home for them, so.
Yeah, so Elaphobia is up there doing the power jam and is trying to get those two blockers pushed out of play, and does
it
so.
does, yes. There we go.
Able to get Hawk Blocked pushed on out of play. So Elaphobia out and clear now is going to try to get some points for Tilted Thunder. Tilted Thunder is operating with just two blockers, though. So Elaphobia is more or less having to deal with those front blockers on her own, but is up to the task, was able to get one of them knocked down.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Elaphobia is going to try to make the most out of this power jam. They've still got 16 seconds left on the jam clock, so there's still plenty of time there. Oh, nice jump.
Elaphobia with a beautiful coping jump right here at the end of turn 4.
We got to see that right up close and personal.
3 seconds, 2 seconds. Elaphobia rapidly catching up, gets by that goat at the back of the pack, so at least gets a couple of points.
Yeah, I'm not gonna guess on the point total here just yet, but that looks pretty successful to me.
That's a 13-point power jam for Tilted Thunder. So Tilted Thunder has 33 points, and 27 of them have come in within the last couple of jams. So Tilted Thunder
that is how it goes. You just don't know. Yeah.
Tilted Thunder is closing out this first quarter strong.
What is that?
We are looking now at Soccer Blue on the jammer line for Midway Magic. And I feel like that's Elophobia again.
Is it Elophobia? I don't know. They're hunched over so far I can't see a name or anything.
No, it is not. That's Carnea Slada.
Yeah.
Sorry. Could not quite see the number or anything. Meanwhile, almost around. There goes around the outside. Yeah, man, just leaving a trail of skaters in her wake. There goes Soccer Blue for Midway Magic. We've got your Tilted Thunder jammer is fighting along the rail. Carnea Slada taken down. Great blocking along the rail there by Midway Magic. Two wall of Thrasher, and your other blocker that was in on that was 71. Give them blocker some love. Cat Tricks.
Soccer Blue got a little bit of opposition there, but did make it out of the pack. So, looks like we got a little bit of a star pass happening.
Yep, that's Scardew Valley taking over as jammer for Tilted Thunder. And
takes a little bit of a spill there, but is trying to get that star on. That is harder than it looks.
Oh, yeah,
getting that star on.
That is absolutely a thing that has been mentioned many a time by a skater up here as well.
Yeah, that elastic just wants to bunch up real bad.
It wants to go not on the helmet,
right,
and you're trying to do it while moving.
Yes.
Yeah, so it is very challenging.
And oftentimes you're trying to do it while a blocker is trying to knock you off your balance. So you've got that going for you as well when you're trying to do that sometimes.
Yep. Now we had a penalty assessed to one of the jammers on Tilted Thunder because one of them is sitting in the box right now. So, as we always say, when you have a star pass, we got double jammer down is what we got. Then a late penalty coming in on the jammer for Midway Magic as well.
Okay. So what looked like a power jam for Midway Magic is now just turned into a regular jam. So there we go.
All of You Die is now going to join Gwen Lacey on the jammer line. 18 seconds left in the quarter, so this may be the last jam of the first quarter. You're looking at 75 to 33 right now.
Both jammers poised and ready. Off they go. Both to the high there. Gwen Lacey squeaks out All of You Die, but Olive is not giving up there. They're both, in fact, Olive gets out as lead jammer, but Gwen Lacey is not far behind, so we might have a little bit of a jammer race here. Gwen Lacey coming in hot, but Olive is on their way, ready to bust through.
Great block by Nightmare on the end of the pack right there on Gwen Lacey to slow that up and give Olive a head start. And as a result, Olive's able to finish the whole scoring pass. So there you go. Direct effect on scoring points by your blocker. That's always fun to see. Olive with the fist pump coming in through the back straightaway. And that does do it for the first quarter.
All right.
So your score right now, Midway Magic 75, Tilted Thunder 37. You've reached the end of the first quarter. We're going to get you some love on the vendor village and what all we got going on here in the arena once we come back from this quarter break for sure. Keep with us on Twitch. We'll be back momentarily. All right, we are ready to get back to the action. Second quarter about to get underway here in the first bout of the second day of Chingadera 2025. Once again, this is Tilted Thunder and Midway Magic. We are going to have Hardcore on the jammer line for Midway Magic, and that is going to be Hannah Roll Lecturer for Tilted Thunder Roller Derby. I don't know why I said that like Tom Brokaw.
Good evening, I'm Tom Brokaw, Hannah Roll Lecturer.
Sorry, I do a pretty good dime store
You
Tom
do
Brokaw.
a pretty good
My
Tom Brokaw.
sounds inebriated, to be fair.
Yes.
I don't know why. Anyway, there we go.
Oh, Hardcore's out for Midway Magic as lead jammer. Hanny Roll is looking to get past Midway Magic and is out.
Yep, fights past, able to get going, so out. Try to keep this to one scoring pass for Hardcore, and does so. Hardcore calls it off quickly.
Hardcore makes it through pretty darn easy there and is able to definitely call it off in time. Now the jammer line, we've got a couple of repeat offenders here. We've got All of You Die for Tilted Thunder and Holly Ween for Midway Magic.
Taking a
We got
look.
some chit chat going on there between
Yeah.
between the teams, which is super cute.
I was going to say full pack, so no penalties in that previous jam. It was over pretty quickly.
Night Mary doing a good job there at the back, keeping Halloween from going around. So excellent job for Tilted Thunder there as far as defense goes. Halloween gets bumped off onto the infield and is struggling to get out of the pack, but does so and is lead jammer.
Yep, finally able to shake clear, and now along the inside, Olive runs up into Hawk blocked and then able to take off, gets around that last blocker.
Olive's making some time, and Halloween's trying to get through that Tilted Thunder wall back there to try and score some points. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, Olive squeaks by. Gets bumped off onto the infield, and it looks like, did Halloween call that off? I could not see the...
Yeah, I'd say Halloween called it off,
Yeah.
basically heading out of bounds.
But it appears that Olive actually picked up some points for Tilted Thunder.
Yeah, so 4 points for both sides, and Halloween picked up a penalty. I'm going to try to, let's see if we can see that whiteboard and see if that was a cut, because I wonder if that's what it was there at the end of the jam. However, it is going to be a power jam, and that is Tornado Alley, number 6 on the jammer line for the
Drag.
the Tilted
beauties,
Bombs rail shells. We don't even know what's going on here anymore. It is 9:30 on a Sunday.
For those of you who don't get the joke,
Yes.
Tori is on the Brutal Beauties here for AZDD, is wearing a Bombshells jersey, and I believe there's some Coffin Draggers gear in there somewhere. So I think the helmet is actually Coffin Draggers. So
Yes.
Tori is doing a great job at representing all the teams.
That really is, like, when you think about it, like, now I've never skated in a roller derby tournament, but like similar to me is like, you know, I do long form improvised theater, and so like when you're doing like, you know, like a 3-day improv festival, that's like you have things like that where it's just like, hey, come play with this team, or they go, sure, why not? What are we doing? I don't know. Run out on stage. That's really, I feel like that's kind of the ethos of putting on a roller derby tournament, is basically
Absolutely.
just, you know, skaters out there.
It is a true mashup.
We've got, let's put it this way. We got 313 Lola Chola. I think I've been saying Hawk Block for Midway Magic, unfortunately, but we've got Hawk Blocked as the co-captain, but I don't think Hawk Blocked is skating. I thought I just saw Hawk Blocked in regular shoes. So we got two 313s. We got a 113 and a 333 and a 131, and then you got, like I said, you got a home team skater skating for one of the other teams. It really is just everybody's pitching in to field full rosters.
Exactly, to
I
help
love
out.
it.
Yes.
It really is the sense of roller derby community all kind of put together in one person out there wearing bits and pieces of 5 different teams' gear.
Absolutely.
And
just
jamming.
Shows exactly. And that just shows you that they're willing to pitch in where they're needed. So,
yeah. It's
Tori's actually jamming now for Tilted Thunder and is having some opposition there. Midway Magic doing a nice job at blocking there. Obviously, power jams can be really successful and very damaging, so it's important for the blockers to hold that jammer back at all costs, which they are doing a really great job doing.
Yep. I do see Hawk blocked out there, so clearly I did not know what I was talking about.
Okay, there you
Hawk
go.
is actively skating as I was like, I didn't see Hawk block. Hawk block literally on the track. Good job. Professional announcer over here. There goes Skeletori with 4 seconds left on the power jam. Is trying
and it's
to,
no mean
we're at
feat
that-
holding Tori back. Tori's an
There we-
excellent
yes.
jammer, and so
there we are.
major props
Excellent.
to Midway Magic for that.
Excellent defense on the power jam by Midway Magic, no question. So, no points thereon.
And we've got number 1337 for Midway Magic.
That's
and
Soccer Blue.
Soccer Blue, thank you.
Right.
And then 225 is Nightmare for Tilted Thunder. And away they go. Soccer Blue is making a quick dash there towards the front of the pack. Going to try to squeak by Tilted Thunder, which they do, our lead jammer now. Nightmare, though, making a big effort to come out of the pack.
Going up against Lola Chola at the front of the pack, and then is finally able to get that last blocker out of play.
Yeah, and Soccer Blues coming in for some points here. Looks like smooth sailing towards the front of the pack there, and then calls it off before Mary has a chance to reach the pack.
You see, the issue was that I saw Lola Chola on the back of the Midway Magic jersey, and I've convinced myself to not look at the names because who knows if they're everybody's wearing everybody else's jersey right here. So yeah, so I've been misidentifying. My apologies. Clearly, Lola Chola is your co-captain of Midway Magic, and Hawk Blocked is your co-captain of Tilted Thunder. We have a power jam now for Midway Magic, and that is going to be hardcore. It is
All
not
right,
going to be hardcore. It's going to be
from
Gwen Lacey.
Midway Magic. Any Midway Magic fans in the house or on Twitch, show your love and support as hardcore decimates that poor Tilted Thunder. Looks like Hanny Roll back
went
there.
Right over and then ended up getting up to go on. So there's 43 seconds left here in the Midway Magic Power Jam.
Hardcore going to the high there.
Gwen Lacey, sorry.
Oh, is that Gwen
to the high.
Lacey?
So, yeah,
I'm
that
sorry.
was my fault.
Whoops.
Gwen Lacey just trying to pull past a blocker. And again is going to be doing battle with Amelia Bearhart. Hannah Roll Lecturer again just going to become a speed bump. Effectively so, and slows up Gwen Lacey.
Absolutely. Any seconds you can take off that clock are super important.
Right.
So Tilted Thunder's doing their best to at least slow Gwen Lacey down.
And Amelia Bearhart again just seems to be all over defense at the front of the pack. Multiple times I've seen her up there playing great defense at the point of attack. 5 seconds left, 3 seconds left. That should probably do it for the jam, and it does. Ten-point power jam for Midway Magic. And I did hear a jammer penalty. That power jam pendulum swings back the other way. We got a power jam for Tilted Thunder.
All right.
All of you die. All of you die is out there on the jammer line. However, Tilted Thunder just has 2 blockers. That's going to be, who do we got up there? Tilted Thunder's got Elaphobia, and your pivot is coming into view. That's dope is your pivot. Full complement of blockers for LA, but All of You Die is able to kind of go up and down the wall and then spring by along the inside. LA is able to get together, so that 2-wall of defenders for Tilted Thunder now is going to try to play the accordion.
Yeah, Midway Magic is trying to regroup here. Bumps Olive off onto the infield, successfully slowing her down a little bit.
Yeah, that was an excellent kind of just steering of that wall to sort of redirect Olive down to the inside. They have to seed the inside part of the track as they're out of play. Still pretty far out of play. Those Tilted Thunder blockers can hold that goat up, and those Midway Magic blockers might be out of play rather quickly once again. Olive tried to tiptoe by along the inside. Olive gets up to go on. And Olive, after finishing off that scoring pass, indeed had popped off and came back on. And, oh, there she goes. Now she's heading, yes. Olive is heading to the penalty box, but they're challenging.
Challenge, yes.
So I saw Olive go to the bench coach and say, I'm going to the penalty box, but please challenge me.
Yes.
So Olive already does not agree with the penalty.
Nope.
So I'm
going to fight that one.
I am going, my uneducated guess is probably relating with that step at the end we will have to see what's on the whiteboard. But
Right.
almost certainly, since we saw the skaters saying challenge this, that's probably the penalty on all of that they're challenging. So we will see. That's a challenge. We are halfway through the second quarter. 97-51 after a 10-point power jam for all of you, Di. Let's let you know about Vendor Village today down here at the arena. If you're here in the arena, be sure to check this out today. And if you're joining us later on, these are going to be open all day long. If you're going to be coming down for the 2 Arizona bouts later on to support the home team, definitely check these things out. We've got Green Irish Moon. We have skate and shoelace accessories. We've got Karen's Sweet Haven. We have slices of pie, cupcakes, cheesecake, and muffins. Oh My Quad is here. Everybody knows Oh My Quad. Skate gear, whatnot. Northern Arizona's premier skate gear retailer. And we got the Midway Magic merch booth. That tends to trail around town, follow them around to places they are. So Midway Magic is selling their merch down there as well. That's Vendor Village. And, of course, we've got the MASH drop-off down there. That is down in Vendor Village today. And we also have silent auction. We've got our silent auction going along. Hey, look, it's the Vendor Village thing we couldn't find. We found it. There we are. There we go.
All right. It looks like the challenge, the penalty was overturned, so the challenge was successful, which we always love. Well, we love to see it just because it doesn't happen that often. So, yeah. Tilted Thunder's very happy, very excited. Got some woohoos and some raised hands on that one.
You know what? You know what's interesting about that? I feel like derby skaters, sometimes, to be fair, I'm married to a referee. So, I know sometimes skaters can get like a little vitriolic about penalties and whatnot, but Olive basically turned, saw the penalty, calmly went over to the coach and was like, please challenge that, went to the bench, knew it was going to come, knew she was right, but didn't make a stink about it, look at that.
Very respectful, very polite.
Right.
Very demure, very mindful.
The challenge process actually works. It's not riddled with corruption like VAR in the soccer leagues in Europe.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Right,
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, here we are back to the action. So penalty overturned, no power jam for Midway Magic after all. It is La Katrina for Tilted Thunder.
And Hardcore for Midway Magic. And it looks like Hardcore is trying to do battle with a couple Tilted Thunder players and gets out as lead jammer. So they're going to come around for some points. Tilted Thunder struggling there at the back.
And now La Katrina up towards the front, kind of trying to get around 71. That's Cat Tricks. And kind of able to keep her without really hitting her, keep her from getting through the pack as Hardcore finishes off a scoring pass. We've had the star pass forward. Skeletori takes over as jammer for Tilted Thunder, trying to force the call off as Hardcore coming in with a full head of steam.
Hardcore just kind of busting through, then calls it off right before Skeletori manages to get up to the pack, sliding into another Tilted Thunder player.
So ends up being 9 points for Midway Magic. However, I heard an arms penalty on La Katrina while the jammer, I heard, specified.
Yep, that's what it says on the board.
Heading over to the penalty box.
So it looks like Midway Magic is going to get a power jam after all.
They are indeed. So with just over 6 minutes to go until halftime, that's going to be Holly Ween for Midway Magic. Otherwise, a full pack. Holly Ween able to zip right through, however, and get directly clear for Midway Magic.
Yeah, pack is just creeping along right here. Looks like Tilted Thunder trying to build a two-wall there in the back with Night Mary and, let's see, we got 613 Dreidel back there. Holly Ween is actually able to get out pretty quickly, though, despite those efforts. Coming around for another scoring pass.
Slow-moving pack kind of grinding its way down into the back straightaway.
Yeah, it's always interesting to me during these situations how quickly the pack moves. Sometimes it's super quick to kind of keep the jammer working a little bit harder. And then other times you have this going on where there's a little bit, I think, more strategy, a little more building of defense happening.
Yeah, you see that three wall there this time is able to hold up Holly Ween at least for a few more beats. And Night Mary out to the front of the pack, continuing the blocking. Holly Ween is going to let the time run off the clock, and the clock expires. So a very productive power jam for Midway Magic. We will check on, well, here comes Freya Hugs to let us know there's going to be a stoppage in play, but we will continue to check on the score thereafter. So it's a team timeout for Tilted Thunder. Midway Magic does put 15 points on the board. That is going to put them at 121. We're at 121 to 51 at the moment.
This is a good opportunity to talk about our silent auction items. We've got a National Park bundle, which includes a 2025 National Pass, and it's worth over $130. So go bid on that. Get outside, check out our national parks. Enjoy some nature. Get out there. Also, LS Element IV Therapy. There is a value of $220. They are Arizona's premier company for mobile IV, so check them out as well. Silent auction going on towards the front doors. And then don't forget about our merch booth as well, the AZDD merch. You can actually pick up some merch for home teams, and I believe there's also Chingadera merch that is being sold right now as well.
I would agree with that. Later on today, that is where you can fill your souvenir cups. We will let you know if there's coffee. There was cold brew coffee was donated yesterday, and everybody really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I thought I saw a little bit of that earlier this morning, so I don't know where we are on that. But yeah, the souvenir cups won't come out till a little bit later because it's still early.
Yeah, right.
Still a little early.
Little early. It is Carney Aslada at the jammer line for Tilted Thunder.
And we've got, let's see, that's Soccer Blue. Soccer Blue for Midway Magic coming out as lead jammer. Carney Aslada there towards the back for Tilted Thunder, trying to get through the pack as Soccer Blue is coming around for some points. Carney Aslada there at the high, doing some grappling there with Midway Magic.
Trying to slide along the inside was Carney and got bumped off to the infield as Soccer Blue went around the outside of the pack.
Now the pack's kind of creeping along a little bit, holding forces there. We've got a 3-wall of Tilted Thunder players, which Soccer Blue just manages to squeak on through.
So now that wall of defenders is going to unite once again at the back of the pack with Carney
very
Aslada.
slow moving.
Yeah, Carney Aslada now just playing jammer defense only, and that wall tries to hold, but the end of the wall was capped by a blocker for Midway Magic. So we're taking a look at the action here. That ended up being a 15-point jam for Midway Magic, and Carney Aslada did pick up a penalty while basically serving as a blocker. That's an arms penalty on Carney Aslada. So it is another power jam for Midway Magic. That's Gwen Lacey at the jammer line.
Yeah, we've had quite a few power jams since the beginning of this bout. Midway Magic has a chance to collect even more points here against Tilted Thunder, but let's see, that's Gwen Lacey, right?
Yeah, that's Gwen Lacey from Midway. Excellent defense so far there by Tilted Thunder. All of you die first, and then Elaphobia with a great block as well. And now
see, the pack is moving a lot faster in this one. So definitely that's a strategy to kind of keep the jammer having to work, make it harder for them to get through as quickly. Yeah, they're definitely moving. They're definitely moving this time. Olive shouting instructions there at the front for Tilted Thunder as they keep on going. Gwen Lacey trying to get around them, and they're the 3 of them at the top.
Lola Chola came around the front to try to block Elaphobia. Meanwhile, Olive took the jammer down to the infield. So now some bumping and jostling mid-pack with 6 seconds left on the power jam clock. And Elaphobia knocking Gwen Lacey down to the infield as the clock expires.
And I'd say that fast-moving pack actually worked to Tilted Thunder's advantage this time. So I don't know how many points here. We'll see in a second.
3.
Just 3.
That's right.
That's an extremely good defense for Tilted Thunder.
Indeed.
So good job for them.
And it's a power jam now for Tilted Thunder, right back the other way, as we tend to sometimes see in cases like that. Well, especially with the jammer fighting so hard to get out. That's when a jammer is going to pick up something like an above-shoulders block.
It's definitely,
what I see over there.
You get a jam, and you get a power jam.
So here goes Skeletori for Tilted Thunder. And quickly to the front and quickly out.
Yeah, Tori definitely showing off her jamming skills here, quickly working through that pack, speeding around, hopefully gaining some points for Tilted Thunder.
So now the blockers for Tilted Thunder sprang into action. They're trying to hold at the back of the pack. We've got one blocker up there basically trying to help, and then Tilted Thunder's trying to run the accordion. Skeletori finds an opening between two blockers, races through and gets clear to finish that scoring pass. 21 seconds left on the power jam.
Plenty of time for
Lots of
Tori to
time.
come around, yeah.
Now
Especially
Midway
since they're
Magic.
so accustomed to just squeaking through, sliding through those open spaces really easily.
You saw Tori run up into the back of Cat Tricks and just kind of knock Cat Tricks out of the way, but Thrasher was there to basically finish that block. We've got 2 seconds, we've got 1 second, and that'll do it. We will check on the score, see if Tori did get all 5 of those points on the second scoring pass, so that is a 10-point power jam for Tilted Thunder. We're under a minute to go until halftime.
Not too shabby of a power jam for them.
Yep.
And we've got Hardcore and Elophobia on the jammer line.
Be about 30 seconds left until halftime, so this could be our last jam of the first half. We'll have to see.
Ooh, Hardcore doing a little bit bumping and shoving there against Elophobia. Bump them off onto the infield, then takes off as lead jammer. Elophobia, there we go. Elophobia there in the middle of the pack, gets bumped off the infield again, was back on, trying to get out of that pack. But Hardcore is real quick and is already at the back of the pack there against a couple of Tilted Thunder players. And they're out again. We got some good defense there for Midway Magic towards the front of the pack there, doing an excellent job keeping Elophobia back. Oh, big jump from
What a
Hardcore
jump.
there.
You saw that 3 wall of defenders, including the jammer Elophobia, all standing all but still there in the turn, just waiting. And Hardcore able to get by along the inside through that slightly widened part of the turn. Hardcore calls it off with Elophobia coming in with a full head of steam. So another productive jam for
and
Midway
here comes
Magic.
Freya. Looks like we are at the half.
We are.
And they confirm it.
So a 15-minute halftime break. Your score right now, Midway Magic 153, Tilted Thunder 61. Go down and check out Vendor Village. Come on down and check out the merch booth and snack booth. Food truck will be getting set up towards the end of this bout. We'll check on that, let you know who's going to be here today. And we'll be back with the remainder of this bout in just a bit. We are ready to go in the second half. We are back to the action. Midway Magic and Tilted Thunder. Midway Magic 153, Tilted Thunder 61. Third quarter underway with that whistle. It's going to be Halloween for Midway Magic, and all of you die for Tilted Thunder. Halloween is quickly to the front and out for Midway Magic.
Olive's making a real quick push there against Midway Magic, though, to get back out. But Halloween is almost back up to the pack, ready to score. So we're going to see how this goes. Olive is really pushing there, though. The high coming down to the low, moving all over the track. Halloween just whipping through there. Ooh, almost did get a whip there from one of her teammates. So a little bit of a push.
Olive looking for room on the outside, and none there. Stiletto Strangler closing the door.
Halloween once again getting through the pack pretty easily, not meeting a ton of opposition.
So now Olive's going to set up at the back of the pack to help form a 3-wall.
Do a little jammer
an effective
defense
one
there.
at that.
Yeah.
Couple of blockers down. They did slow Halloween up.
That
However,
looked like a successful run, though, for Halloween.
very good. Halloween's had a lot of success.
Absolutely.
Throughout.
They've definitely been top jammer, I'd say, for Midway Magic.
Throughout this bout. And also somebody who's had a lot of success for Midway Magic is Soccer Blue.
Yes.
Soccer Blue, a lot of success yesterday for Midway Magic, too.
Yes,
Halloween
I was here for that game,
today.
yeah.
A lot of people switching around. We
Some personnel
lost
changes.
the jammer briefly.
It's
Soccer Blue sets down her phone and then goes back out there. I do the same, even though I have a Galaxy S8 that is super glued
I
back
just wanted
together.
to grab a quick selfie on the track. No big deal. So Soccer Blue, and it looks like it's Tornado Alley.
That's right.
Out there.
Tornado Alley, and Soccer Blue weaves around that. Well, the last blocker was out of play at that point.
Oh, but Tori's hot behind him. So it looks like we got a little bit of a jammer race. Love to see that. Pack's trying to set up here as Soccer Blue's coming through. Tilted Thunder there. Looks like trying to figure out who that is there at the back.
Yeah, Soccer Blue was looking for the call-off, and I saw Skeletori there on the pursuit. And Skeletori gets 3 points as well, so 3 points for both sides.
Nice. Good jam for both.
Tori coming in with a full head of steam late, and we always say that's why you skate through the whistle, kids. Everybody's checking around. We've got one skater back out. That is Dreidel getting out on the track for Tilted Thunder.
And we got Ellophobia, looks like, for Tilted Thunder, getting scooted off onto the infield there.
That's going to be Gwen Stacy for Midway Magic, who is near the front, gets blocked off by the pivot. Ellophobia now with the advantage, and Ellophobia is going to take off. Ellophobia is your lead jammer for Tilted Thunder. Gwen Lacey now is going to get by all of you die at the front of the pack.
Ellophobia might have a chance to have a scoring pass here before Gwen Lacey has a chance to catch up, so let's see what happens. Ellophobia making their move here past Midway. Trying to get around that last, gets bumped off on the infield, calls it off.
Yep, Ellophobia moving along, and of course checking over her.
And we got a ref down.
Briefly.
Looks like they're all right, though.
Yeah. So anyhow, Ellophobia was looking over the shoulder and, really gauging that distance between the Midway Magic jammer catching up to the pack.
You've got to make some informed guesses on that, too. The jammer not only has to look ahead, they have to look back, they have to look to the side, down.
We had an arms penalty assessed to Gwen Lacey in the previous jam, so it's a power jam for Tilted Thunder. That's going to be Hannah Roll Lecturer at the jammer line for Tilted Thunder.
All right, if there's anybody in Twitch chat for Tilted Thunder, let's hear it. I'm trying to keep track of what's going on in the chat here.
Yeah, we're doing the best we can. It's hard to look down at Twitch when
it
you're
really
doing
is. There's so
derby.
much
It is
happening
just
right in
fast.
front of me. So
yeah,
and Hannah Roll is on a roll. Coming up for a scoring pass, looking for some help from their teammates.
Midway Magic is going to form a 3-wall at the front. Now Carnia Slaughter is going to get in there and basically break that wall up and let
And it looks
Hanny
like
right through.
Emu Kid is saying, "Go Hanny," on Twitch.
20 seconds left in the power jam, and Hanny the victim of a very good block along the inside by Lola Chola. Sapped all of that speed out of Hannibal Lecturer, now trying to find an opening along the outside. That 2-wall is very strong, the clock running down. Hanny's just trying to make sure that she gets all 5 of those points on this scoring pass. We'll have to see from the infield.
Yeah, that pack slowed down quite a bit there towards the end and allowed Midway Magic to form a pretty good 2-wall there.
So Hanny gets 3 of the 5 points on that second scoring pass for a total of 8. 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Midway Magic 171, Tilted Thunder 75. And at the moment, just one jammer out there. It's another power jam back the other way type of situation. But first, it's another Freya Hug sighting.
Yes. and what do we got? What do we got? Official
nothing.
timeout.
When Freya Hugs is quiet, that means it's an OTO. Thank you. OPR is what we were being told. Thank you. I like how Freya just kind of drifted around and then saw you pointing at the OPR, Mama Seidel.
Floated. I'm going to say floated, not
All right,
drifted.
so they're checking penalties from the OPR down there at the end of the straightaway. Let's let you know about our next home team bout here with the Derby Dames. That is a week from yesterday, 6 days from tonight. We've got the Doomsday Valkyries versus the Runaway Brides, followed up by the Minor Assaults. Our Minor Assaults, you know them, the national champions back in 2017. Minor Assaults are going to skate with some of our adult league skaters to help them fill the roster. That's always great fun, super competitive. They do great at matching those teams up very evenly. And then, of course, the openers for that is just the battle for the 1 seed in the playoffs and a free berth into the title
Not a big
game.
deal. Not a big deal. Yeah.
Right. And again, like I said, the Valkyries have a chance to go undefeated and only have to beat a team that hasn't lost in nearly a decade.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting game.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a fully loaded regular season bout that could very easily be a preview of the title game as well, depending on how things shake out. So
yes,
that's our next home team bout. Our next home bout here. Once again, that is Saturday, March 1st, 5 p.m. here at the Hall of Dames. If you are joining us for this tournament on Twitch from outside the league, feel free to join us on Twitch for that as well. And if you're watching us on Twitch, don't forget a couple of important things. Follows are free, friends. Follows help. Click that follow button on our page. If you don't log into Twitch that often, you follow us. Hey, every follow helps. It boosts your page in front of eyeballs is what happens. And then subscriptions are even better, my goodness. Did you know that if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch subscription? Are you never going to log into Twitch? Great. Use that subscription on the Derby Dames. It counts just like any other subscription. It's a monetary contribution to the league every month. And also, again, boosts us in front of people who might catch us out. That's the whole way you get eyes on you is by follows and subscriptions. That's why they say like and subscribe. It's not just a saying. So that's a great idea, though, and Sandy mentioned it yesterday. Like I said, if you have Amazon Prime and you're not going to watch Twitch anyhow, you can use that sub on the Derby Dames, and that helps the league immensely, and it costs you the high price of $0. So just an idea,
just a little
like I
action.
said. But yeah, I mean, and if you want to subscribe anyhow, like we would love that. I mean, a Twitch sub is like I subscribe to 2 Twitch streamers just because I like donating to their cause. I never watch them. It's just streamers that Freya Hugs likes. But I mean, I literally do have 2 subscriptions. I just pay $5 a month to people because I like their.
Oh
I
yeah,
like
the
their
subscriptions
work.
are not. It's not
Really,
like Netflix.
yeah.
It's not like any of those
$5
other
a month
streaming.
for a
Yeah,
Twitch
no, it's
sub, yeah.
definitely a little more
Not
cost
terrible.
effective for sure. So definitely check that out.
Yep. Anyhow, back to the action we go after that extended official timeout. I don't. Yeah, we had a question in the Twitch chat. Did Ella get any points? I don't recall. I don't think there were any points in the previous jam.
I didn't think so either, but you know what? That was a jam or 2 ago, and my brain is full. So
yeah.
Right now we're trying to assess what Halloween is up to.
Yeah, we've got ourselves a power jam with the minimum out there, which is why we had that long time out, is because there are 5 skaters in the penalty box. We have only 2 blockers for each side out there doing battle during this Midway Magic Power Jam. Halloween now up to Ellaphobia and is going to grind by along the outside.
Yeah, little tiny pack to get through for Halloween.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, that's the minimum out there. We're going to have to check on and see about Muskates coming up. Holly Ween coming down the front straightaway and just runs out of time trying to catch up to the pack. Ends up being a 10-point power jam for Holly Ween. So, pretty good defense out there for a small pack with just two skaters
Absolutely.
out there.
I would have
only
expected that
two
point.
skaters to block, but still great at only keeping that to 2 scoring passes, I would say.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. I would have expected more out of that, but good job. Oh, personnel changes?
We've got another power jam back the other direction. It has happened yet again. It is going to be Skeletori at the jammer line for Tilted Thunder. So now Tilted Thunder is going to get a chance at a power jam. See an
much
above
bigger
shoulders
pack this
block.
time.
Yeah, back to regular, back to a full pack. We got 4 and 3 out there at the moment.
Tori's really trying to make a push here to make the most out of this power jam, and does get out relatively. Taking a tumble there.
Almost got out.
Almost
I was
got
gonna.
out, yeah.
You said does get out, but just got clipped at the very last second. I was thinking the same thing, and right back in behind the pack. So, just the last possible second, Hardcore was able to get a hold of Skeletori.
Yeah, Tori squeaks by there just along the coping, gets through. Able to now come around. Midway Magic, though, is building that wall, so we'll see how Tori manages that. Tori kind of going to the high there. Oop, takes another little tumble. Gets bumped off into the infield. Tori's kind of taking it this jam.
Yeah, a highly rude block there from number 21 for Midway Magic. That was, I was cranked at. There's just no other way to say it. Cranked at just slid down the track and went
kaboom.
There was that was a rude block.
But very effective.
Yes,
very
I was gonna
effective.
Say
in the best possible derby way.
Yes, in the most possible, in the best. You have to understand. It's like when you dab on somebody, it's like that's the rudest. Exactly. Anyhow. We had all of you die that went to the jammer line out of habit and then realized that she was the pivot and had to be redirected to the pivot box. Oh, Olive. They put a helmet cover on Olive's head and she just went to the jammer line. I love it.
That's normal. That's just normal.
Meanwhile, Olive got sent. The jammer actually for Tilted Thunder
is 211. Dope.
Dope. That's the first time Dope is jamming. So no wonder Olive was lost.
And against Soccer Blue for Midway Magic.
So Dope is actually going to be up towards the front of the pack first, but now Soccer Blue looking for an opening. Olive takes, Olive down right in front of the jammer Dope. That was unfortunate. Dope almost had an open lane, and that was just one of those wrong place, wrong time kind of things.
Yeah, both jammers are still trying to get out, though. Soccer Blue is making a little push here against Olive. Olive doing their best to hold them back. Takes another little tumble. Dope is at the back there for Tilted Thunder as Soccer Blue is going to come around.
We've got the jammer for Tilted Thunder gets out. Once again is Dope, so finally is able to get out of the pack. And we have at the front of the pack, I cannot believe All of You Die is back at the front of the pack blocking.
I know, right?
Olive can barely get, Olive is maybe not going to make it back to the bench.
Yeah, Olive's
let
looking
me describe
a little
what just happened. Olive was blocking at the front of the pack and the front straightaway, and the jammer for Midway Magic, Soccer Blue, kind of got over the top of Olive's shoulder, and Olive got kind of pushed down, got a little twisted going down, and took a second. And as I've said, when it takes Olive a second to get up, it's got to be something unusual.
Yes.
Got up, clearly had something going on with the foot or ankle.
Yeah, limped a little bit.
Laboring behind the pack. I look down, I look back, and there's Olive blocking.
And
then
front.
the whistle, and then Olive is collapsing in pain on the. I'm like, what were you doing?
Being a major trooper is what they were doing.
Anyhow, roller derby, am I right?
Yes.
Anyhow, Olive is over there now getting looked at on the bench. Our medic Deanna is checking on Olive. Yeah, but had to finish the play. Don't quit on the play, right?
Right. Just finish it out. And once again, thanks to our medics who come out and help our skaters. We hope to never have to use you, but it's wonderful when you are here.
Absolutely.
And we need you.
So this is a scoring pass for Tilted Thunder. I guess we should get in on that after describing the superhuman feats of strength by All of You Die.
I know, right? Is this
La
Katrina?
Katrina?
Yeah, La Katrina is taking this one on.
Yeah,
Coming
out and
around for
clear.
another
We got
pass,
another great block along the inside. A lot of very physical
nice job on the
blocks.
high there by La Katrina, looking for that opening and got it. So
8 seconds left, and the pack is slowed up. You got Skeletori kind of doing a one-skater goad in the back. However, Midway Magic able to shake it and get out of the way to keep another scoring pass from happening. La Katrina slides and is safe.
Ooh, and that's a 10-point
Yeah,
jam for
10-point
La
power jam
Katrina,
for
so
Tilted
that's
Thunder.
really successful.
Yep, Tilted Thunder trucking right along. I was going to say they have kept that lead right where it was at halftime. So Tilted Thunder keeping pace here in the third quarter, 184-87. Ellaphobia and Halloween. Just under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. There we go. Now we're underway. Ella, wow, quickly along the inside. Ella found an opening and was gone.
That was just real quick. Right there along the coping, just squeaked on through. We had a star pass for Midway Magic, so
Yep.
it looks like now we've got
Thrasher.
Thrasher, yeah.
That's Thrasher.
So
is-
Halloween decided to give up that star. Ellaphobia makes it through, calls it off. It looks like before
Yep.
Thrasher's able to make it through, so that's good.
I was going to say, trivia fact, Thrasher, former minor assault.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Mhm.
amazing.
Yeah, came up through the AZDD minor assault program.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
We've got
And-
so
and-
many
and now- and now-
skaters.
and now skates in every league in the country. Every league, I swear. It's
So
like,
they're-
you know,
so
yeah,
they're
you
doing
know
another Skeletori.
you know how in baseball they've retired number 42 in all the stadiums for Jackie Robinson.
Yes.
Nobody can wear 20 in any league just in case Thrasher shows up.
Comes back, yep.
That's pretty much what
That's
the rules are.
awesome.
Meanwhile, down here we've got number 6 Skeletori, and I'm still almost at Tornado Alley.
I know,
we're,
right?
We're almost
Can't
through this
help
bout.
it.
That's
Can't help it.
incredible. Skeletori is the jammer for Tilted Thunder, and that is Soccer Blue once again for Midway Magic.
Soccer Blue gets out. Pack is kind of disjointed here. We got some here, some there. Now they're kind of grouping together. Skeletori making a big push, gets out.
So Tori out of the pack, try to keep this at another one last scoring attempt for Soccer Blue, gets past the last blocker and calls it off. So just the 4 points for Soccer Blue. Great enforcement of the call off by Skeletori. About 2 minutes to go until the end of the third quarter.
Halloween is back on the line for Midway Magic, and it looks like Dope is as well for Tilted Thunder. Off they go. Halloween goes towards the high there, manages to get out pretty darn quickly, although number 32, which is Honey Badger, was making an effort to stop them.
Oh, goodness. That's adorable. 32 is the number that the Honey Badger wears in the NFL. That
Oh,
just dawned
really?
on me. Yeah, Tyrann Mathieu wears
See?
32.
It's so
love
interesting to
it.
find
It
out
just
how they pick
clicked.
their numbers.
Man, I just clicked. I'm usually
just
quick.
thought it
I'm
was
usually
so
quicker than that.
random.
I'm usually quicker than that, to be perfectly frank. That's an NFL reference. I'm better than
I
that
wouldn't
in
have gotten
most
that.
days of the week.
That's why you're here.
That is
I wouldn't have
Halloween.
gotten that.
Halloween now catching up to the pack, and
Dope finding a little bit
right-
of trouble there at the,
yeah, I was gonna say
at the
right
rail
down
there.
the middle. We've got the star stashed by Ellaphobia at the moment. And
A little bit of shuffling and jostling there going on.
yeah, it looks like everybody's kind of trying to play jammer defense as best they can. Sorry, it was. Nope, I'm sorry. That was not Dope that had it. I appreciate that. Taking over as jammer momentarily was number 67,
67.
Crybaby Kingpin. So check that off on your scorecard. Crybaby Kingpin has jammed for 2 seconds.
There you go. Oh, there's the bang.
There it is.
Amelia Bearhart.
That is Amelia Bearhart on the jammer line, as mentioned, for Tilted Thunder. That was a 14-point jam for Midway Magic, and nosed them up over 200 for the bout. And you hear a lot of clicking going on in the pack as people call in response back to Amelia Bearhart.
It's almost like Morse code.
That's number 113, Sid Vicious for Midway Magic, and Sid's going to get out. Probably looks a lot like Kansas City from the
From behind,
Doomsday
yes.
Valkyries. It
The
is.
hair, yes.
It is.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it.
I'm sorry, I'm terrible. It's SYD, it's Sid Vicious.
Yeah,
It's just like
okay,
Kansas
got
City.
it. Okay.
It is.
All I kept
That
thinking
is one
about
and the
was
same.
Skid Vicious,
Yeah.
and I was thinking about don't say Skid Vicious, don't say Skid Vicious.
No, I know, right? It is. Yeah, there's, again, tournaments. You love when people come to town that have
you
very
know,
similar names to your
just trying to
skaters.
confuse us. Just trying to confuse us.
So skid down hard at the back of the pack. Amelia Bearhart forces the call off as Sid calls it off at the back of the pack with 3 points for the Midway Magic. So 205.91 is our scores. We head into the final quarter break of this bout. Sure, we are going to check on the food truck, see what we got going on outside, let you know about that for here in the arena. We'll be back in a few minutes with the remainder of this bout. fourth quarter is underway. Well, not quite underway. It'll be underway when Freya Hug says it is. That is all of you die on the jammer line for Tilted Thunder. And
Soccer Blue.
yes, Soccer Blue on the jammer line for Midway Magic. We have Soccer Blue quickly to the front and is out there doing battle with Night Mary, who's out of play. Hands go up.
All of you dies towards the back of the pack there for Tilted Thunder, trying to find an opening. Getting some opposition there while Soccer Blue's coming around to score some points. So let's see if Olive decides to keep pushing his jammer or maybe do a little defense. Right now they're on the infield.
Yeah, very stout four wall at the front of the pack there for Midway Magic for Olive to deal with.
Tilted Thunder getting set up to hold Soccer Blue back here at the back there. And it is Olive that's also helping with defense at this point with Dreidel and Night Mary. Doing a fine job at taking some seconds off that jam clock.
Yeah, very much so. That wall there at the back. Able to get Soccer Blue knocked down to the infield at least once, like you said, eat some time off the clock. Hey, we should mention here in the arena for sure, I wanted to mention today that we have Raya Riot Tattoo is down here on the back straightaway. Raya Riot Tattoo is offering flash tattoos to fit every budget. They've got things ranging from $40 to $120. I have multiple people walking around with freshly applied tattoos here in the warehouse. Bones is sitting right down there. It's in front of the manager's office. And you sign up with Bones, and then Tierney will be here to do the tattooing. And like I said, I've seen multiple people running around with those just yesterday. So
that's a lot of fun.
yeah,
Watch some derby, get a
right.
tattoo. Why not?
Get some ink done. Anyway, yeah, like I
Get
said,
your favorite
that's
team's logo.
Raya Riot Tattoo right down there in the front straightaway. We are back here to the action, and it is now a power jam for Tilted Thunder after all of that point scoring by Midway Magic.
And it looks like Skeletori is going to go ahead and take that for Tilted Thunder again this time.
We've got a full pack otherwise, however. Nobody else in the penalty box. There's Tori. Kind of get hit hard into the rail by Hardcore, who's now going to come. Wow, big block there at the front by, I think that was, not sure who that was. Did not quite see who that was that delivered that block at the front end of the pack, but it was a heck of a block. Let me tell you what. When they come around here, I'll tell you who it was. That was Amelia Bearhart. Of course it was Amelia Bearhart.
Of course.
A wrecking ball out there at the front of the pack. Miley Cyrus is swinging on her back. There is Skeletori along the inside trying to find an opening. Defense again still strong by Midway Magic. Just a big cluster of helmets in there.
And thank you to Twitch for helping us out here. Somebody said, it was Bear. It was Bear.
Yes, it was indeed Bear. And there finally, Tori along the inside, after much frustration, able to finish off that scoring pass. So, Midway Magic power jam defense.
Solid. Continues to be solid.
And it was 3 points for Tori.
Which is very unusual for a power jam and also for Tori. So
there was, yeah.
That shows, that really displays how well the defense is working.
Absolutely, indeed. So Midway Magic up to the task. 12 minutes to go in regulation. Once again, Ellophobia versus Halloween on the jammer line.
And somebody also mentioned on Twitch, too, that they were glad to see Olive was back on the track. So,
well, yeah.
Olive, you've got some supporters out there. And Ellophobia's out.
Great move by Ella along the inside. Ella finds an opening. Halloween's able to get past that last blocker. Last blocker is out of play at just the wrong time. Now, Ellophobia with a full head of steam is going to leap over Thrasher.
Too.
Thrasher with the applause. I like that. Thrasher with a little applause for Ellophobia for the perfect coping jump. You gotta love the respect.
Absolutely, recognizing talent where talent is.
Game.
Yep, credit where credit is due.
Game recognized game. You gotta love it. There is on the jammer. That's 4 points for Tilted Thunder, by the way, as they close in on 100. We have Hannah Roll Lecturer on the jammer line for Tilted Thunder, and Sid Vicious.
Sid Vicious, otherwise known as Kansas City.
Right. Wearing any one of a number of numbers. You never know.
I'm like, that hair sure looks familiar. No wonder it looks familiar.
Yep. So spun down to the inside goes Amelia Bearhart. Sid Vicious is out the front of the pack for Midway Magic.
Yeah, Hannah Roll Lecturer is having a little bit of trouble there, but trying to get through the middle of the pack there, taking a couple of tumbles.
So here comes Sid, and is going to angle
Sid
to the
makes
high
a
side.
very clean sweep through that pack, yeah.
He's coming to the high side, then duck to the low. Hannah Roll Lecturer along the inside is trying to cling to the, hard fall, right back down, bounced right back up, despite the hard fall. Sid Vicious with 18 seconds to work with is going to come around for a scoring pass. Another big collision, several skaters down.
Lots of tumbling this jam.
Yeah, I was going to say, Sid kind of looks at the wreckage on the way by.
Is Siphon Draw here? Because we might need some of their bruise balm.
Yeah, right? That is, Tucci's Touch, free chair massages
right,
for
exactly.
this weekend. I wish. They wish.
Yes.
So, yeah, the hits just keep on coming. That's what you like about top-level bank track roller derby is
they're not afraid to use their bodies.
Absolutely.
They're not afraid to make those hits.
Under 10 minutes to go in regulation. It's 10 points for Midway Magic.
Oh.
It'll be a power jam for the Tilted Thunder Roller Derby All-Stars, however. I heard a penalty come in, and I heard them say that's your jammer, and it was on Sid. I was kind of surprised. So Sid clearing the pack actually picked up a penalty.
Yeah, I don't know much about penalties, but that, I don't know, it kind of looked clean to me, but again, I don't know.
Yep, Sid picked up an above shoulders.
And I'm not out there. My eyes are not as keen as the refs, so that's why they do what they do.
So Olive started out as jammer, bolted forward, and immediately slammed that star forward to Elaphobia, who took it over, and their jammer is out. Elaphobia now is your jammer for Tilted Thunder on this power jam. All of you Die and Dope are in there to block Ella with a leap over Thrasher one more time.
They're just jumping all over the place.
So Elaphobia now catching up to the pack. That's one scoring pass in the books. And now is going to run into the blockers and go the more conventional way, which is between the blockers. And Midway Magic now gets together at the front of the pack, able to break that goat situation. Wow, somebody got knocked straight into the rail. That's why it's padded. That was cat tricks.
Yes.
Meanwhile, here comes Elaphobia. 6 seconds left on the power jam clock. Around the outside, had an opening briefly, and then knocked into the rail also. Another skater right into that padded rail, proving once again why that rail is padded.
Yes. Now with that star pass, Clofton, I did get a little bit of grief from some of our hot shot players about us talking about the panty pass and how difficult it is. Well, you've never put a panty on. It was suggested that you and I try to do it as part of a halftime show.
I didn't. What? I was not saying about it being not easy. I said it's incredibly difficult.
We were saying it was incredibly difficult, but how would we know is their question to us.
I get it.
So they want us to try it.
I know because physics. That's why I know.
Right, exactly.
I know because physics.
So it was suggested that you and I try it.
All right, halftime entertainment. Let's make fun of Clofton P. Grudge. How can we mock Clofton P. Grudge? Yes. We have out of the front of the pack is...
Soccer Blue, and we've got Skeletori coming quickly, not far behind,
And gaining ground quickly as well. Tori's got the hammer down. Soccer Blue catching up to the pack. The Tilted Thunder skaters are trying to keep the pack moving. Soccer Blue is going to get there, though. Weaving through, gets those back skaters, I should say, and calls it off before Skeletori gets into the infield.
Yeah, you've really got to keep, as a jammer, you've got to keep your head on that swivel to make sure that you're keeping, contact with what's happening in front of you and also that jammer that's behind you.
Yeah, definitely. Worth mentioning that during that power jam, Tilted Thunder did nose up over 100, so they did break triple digits. So
great job, Tilted Thunder, for that.
And I think that's what they're chanting down here on the bench.
They're feeling good, yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, all of you Die takes a hard knock. I don't know if that was from Bedbugs Bunny or somebody else out there, but that was a tough knock.
Yeah, trying to find an opening along the inside. Holly Ween once again. Holly Ween making up for lost time and not competing yesterday is just going to do every jam apparently.
Absolutely.
Here in the bout for Midway Magic.
Jam me now. Yeah.
Fresh legs. Olive's going to get out first.
Jammer race. Look at that. So close.
And Olive, somebody shouted, call it, and Olive basically said, I would rather not. And then Olive eventually called it.
Never say die, never surrender.
I love that somebody just bellowed from the bench, call it. And it's like, you don't. I'm sorry, you may not be familiar with All of You Die. I know she's subbing for your team.
Hello, Amelia Bearhart, sorry.
I love it.
We hear you.
Somebody yelling from the bench for Olive
I
to
know,
call
it's
it.
so
It's like,
funny.
yeah, that's not. Olive doesn't. Yeah.
No. Like I said,
Amelia-
never
yeah.
surrender, never die.
Amelia Bearhart and
It's Sid Vicious.
one more time. Just under 6 minutes to go here in regulation.
Both jammers making a mad dash there, trying to get through the pack. It looks like Amelia Bearhart's got a little bit of an advantage coming up to the front there, but Midway's there to stop them. So let's see how they maneuver around them, and they do.
Able to
That's
fight
good.
clear. Yeah, I'm really gonna. Now that I know we got Tilted Thunder watchers watching us, Amelia Bearhart has been everywhere on this track. I
Absolutely.
mean, just seriously, I swear, like you see somebody fixing a skate on the infield, and it's Amelia Bearhart down there, like cranking the skate wrench.
Right.
Everywhere.
Definitely
I mean to tell you.
multitasking
Yes.
today, doing it all.
Sid forcing the call off. Amelia Bear. I always say Amelia because we had Amelia Bearhart in the minors for a long time. So apparently it's Bear.
Bear.
Anyhow,
we'll just go
Bear
with
gets
Bear.
4 points. 4 points for
Oh, and
Tilted
Bear's
Thunder.
getting some love in Twitch too. Love
Yeah.
Bear with a heart.
There are a lot of Tilted Thunder skaters that I particularly enjoy watching. I got to fanboy out at Battle on the Bank, and I got to go to Legs Get 'em, and I was like, I just like watching you operate. Like, there's like, talk about
I remember
like,
them from
yes.
Battle on the Bank, yeah.
I mean, again, just like I said, it's a skater that'll just do anything, be anywhere. So that's the kind of skaters that I like, but I'm the son of an offensive lineman, so that's how I roll.
There you go.
Uh,
And it
we
looks
have-
like we got Dope for Tilted Thunder and Soccer Blue once again for Midway Magic.
That's right.
Also a hard-hitting contender for Midway Magic today on the jammer line.
Soccer Blue is going to get those last two blockers. Was in between them, and they were just out of play. So Soccer Blue out and clear for Midway Magic.
Dope looking to make their way out of the pack. It might be a little bit more jostling and shuffling around here.
And the star's been passed forward. Olive Udai has taken over as jammer once again. So,
Yeah, all of his pivot is looking to get out with that star. Manages to get that on before getting out of the pack again. That looks incredibly difficult.
yes.
Olive struggling a little bit against those Midway Magic players, but is out behind Soccer Blue there. Blue just kind of giving a glance or two behind just to see where they're at.
And Dope is going to call that off. Olive was up into the pack, and Olive puts up points. Olive says 2.
Olive's like, I think I did this.
Olive said 2. The referee said no. The referee said none, Olive. So Olive does not get any points on the pursuit. 6 for Midway Magic.
And it looks like Holly Ween is back on the jammer line for Midway, and La Katrina is on for Tilted Thunder.
Indeed. Both teams down 1 blocker here.
And we've only got a little over 3 minutes left. Wow, this has just flown
Yeah,
by today.
really zip by here in this bout. I mean, this bout's not scheduled, quote unquote, to end until 11:15. We are trucking right along.
Absolutely.
Very few
You know what? There's
you know
been
what?
very,
you know,
there's
honestly,
very few
you know, I should really
challenges.
shut up. Sandy's probably looking at me from somewhere, just grrr, and shaking her fist at me. You
But
kidding me?
there's been
Right.
very few timeouts. There's been very few challenges.
Right.
You know, those tend to slow the action down a little bit. So we've just been going jam to jam to jam.
So we are looking at Holly Ween out once again for Midway Magic. Back in the pack, La Katrina is trying to find purchase, trying to get past a blocker in the middle of the pack. Tightly bunched pack now, kind of coasting in front of us in the announcer's nest. Several skaters down at the back of the pack. La Katrina gets those blockers just out of play and gets to go on around.
Holly Ween calls it off here at the end before La Katrina has a chance to come up on the pack. And a couple more familiar faces up here. We've got Ellaphobia for Tilted Thunder and Sid Vicious for Midway Magic.
Be about 2 minutes to go in regulation when this jam gets underway.
Couple personnel changes, it looks like. Still the same jammers.
Ready to go. I was listening. I wasn't sure if that was a late penalty. It apparently was not. Sid Vicious right off the line bumped into Ellaphobia, tried to play a little jammer defense. They are both close to the front of the pack.
Very close together. Like Sid Vicious was drafting Ellaphobia for a second. But Sid Vicious is out of the pack now. Ellaphobia is still working their way through, trying to get past Midway Magic. Sid Vicious is going to be right here in just a second, collecting some points.
So Sid now up to the pack, couple of blockers. Sid just kind of waits for them to slide out of the way and then goes on through the pack. Ella now up to the pack is going to run into a couple of blockers. Sid's going to turn around and watch.
Sid's going to keep on going.
Yeah. We're into the late stages of this game, and they're more or less just kind of letting the clock run at this point, I would say. Letting the full 60 burn off as Sid catches up to the pack. We'll get a couple of more points. Get that second scoring pass, so get that old flat track. Get the old flat track 9-4 going on. Black 8, 8-4. I can count. Meanwhile, less than a minute to go, and therefore this power jam for Tilted Thunder could very well, most likely is going to be the last jam of regulation. And at the jammer line one last time is Tornado Skeletali. So, there were points for both sides. No, it is not a power jam.
Just kidding.
Racing up there to jam very quickly.
Soccer Blue.
Soccer Blue. So, maybe this won't be the last jam. We'll see. All right, there we are underway. Few late penalty adjustments coming in. And we've got both jammers out. We're going to have ourselves a jammer race. Looking around. Soccer Blue not calling it off yet. Skeletori is closing in. Soccer Blue's got the advantage. Tori is not yielding any ground.
No, never.
Soccer Blue up to the pack and is going to duck in, tries to get in their hips first and call it off. So, time for one more jam.
One more.
Indeed.
Looks like Olive's going to go ahead and take this one for Tilted Thunder.
4 more points. Excellent. You know what? Excellent butt placement. I'm going to say it. Excellent butt placement by Soccer Blue.
Yeah.
Getting in there, absolutely got all 4 of those points.
Yes.
With that hip sticking at the end. So,
hey, you got to do what you got to do.
There we are. Holly Ween is on the jammer line one last time for Midway Magic. Penalty jams depending.
Right.
And all of you die for Tilted Thunder. Quarter clock has expired, so that does take us up to the end of regulation.
Another little tumble there on the infield. A lot of jostling around in this pack. Real tight pack, but now we're looking a little bit more sparse. As Holly Ween gets out, lead jammer for Midway Magic. Olive kind of pushing around there in the pack. Holly Ween's looking to score some points here.
Olive's weaving through the pack. Holly Ween is out and clear and completes that scoring pass. And Thrasher's going to block Olive down to the inside. Olive's still fighting. Here comes Holly Ween with 13 seconds left on the jam clock.
Elophobia trying to do give Olive a little bit of space there, and Olive does end up getting out of the pack, but it's just a little too late. All right, so I guess we need to see if there's any penalties or any shenanigans, right?
Yeah, we will check in on that. Checking in on both sides, looking in with head referee Bender B. Rodriguez. And with that long 60-second jam, there were penalties on both sides. So with this whistle, that is going to do it. First bout of the second day of Chingadera 2025. Your victorious team. Final score 258-119. It's Midway Magic.
Yeah, congratulations to Midway Magic. An excellent job by Tilted Thunder. Come on down to the track. Give your favorite players some high fives.
So
give them some love.
Midway Magic wraps it up for the tournament. That is going to do it for them. That is their 3 games in the books. Fantastic to see them come back here after Roller Rage and compete here at Chingadera. Thank you for being here, Midway Magic.
Yes, thank you.
We appreciate you, Thrasher. Thrasher dapping the announcers on the way by. That shucks. You know what I mean? I always say, if I wasn't here, if this microphone didn't work, there'd still be amazing roller derby. So
yes.
I'm auxiliary, trust me.
We're just commentating on it, right?
And here comes Tilted Thunder around. You'll get to see Tilted Thunder one more time later today. They're going to skate against the Arizona Derby Dames at
The
3
Hot Shots,
p.m.
yeah.
That's right.
I'll
So,
be back for that one, so
that
I'm
is right.
excited.
all right, we will step aside. That is going to do it for this bout. We will be back at, where are we at? Where are we starting? We
Noon,
are,
I believe.
Yeah.